Worse yesterday, guys. The defense or the offense? Who do you blame more for the loss? Which unit? Dustin Fox, start us off.
Special teams.
Thank you. That was my answer.
Okay, fair. Special teams you blaming the most?
Yeah, I mean, Dustin Hopkins should be cut.
Yes.
Period.
Yeah.
Shouldn't. If he didn't get that contract, like, he's not here, right?
Oh,
Jason?
yeah, 100%.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, so what are we doing?
Losing football games.
It's embarrassing, though, man. Like, and I feel bad. I always feel bad for kickers, even though I shouldn't. Cause,
Yeah,
you know,
should.
Like, dude's got the bag. But,
Yeah.
But man, like, these are easy kicks that he's got the yips, clearly.
Yep.
And he's not going to be the same. So you move on from that kicker and you find somebody else. And that's
Right.
what the Browns have to do. They get the ball back with an opportunity there.
He should have been cut 2 hours ago.
I said on my podcast last night I would have made him walk home from Pittsburgh.
Kadarius Toney should have been released.
Oh,
by
my
now.
God.
What value does he add to the Browns?
Zero.
That's a stupid penalty.
He is.
Even more than the muff.
He's going to give you a 2-yard jet sweep a game and a muff punt.
Yeah.
He is. Have you guys seen the replacements with Keanu Reeves?
Of course.
Right. By the way, rewatched that yesterday so Aaron could watch it for the first time. That movie is horrible. Is
it that bad?
Great and horrible. Like it's beyond cheesy. It's so bad, but I still love it. You know what I mean? And Keanu Reeves, I just love Keanu Reeves. How do you not love Keanu Reeves? But you had what's his name? Peter Frank. Not Peter Franklin. What was his first name? Clifford Franklin. Who couldn't hold on to the ball. I mean, that's Kadarius Toney. He sucks. Offense, defense, or special teams, G. Bush? Who you blame?
Man, come on. Them special teams, man. Special teams, like these guys are only some of the special teams guys are only in the league because they do that. That's it. That you are not a position player. If you didn't play kickoff gunner, you wasn't on the return team, you're not playing. Like, these guys should be taking pride in that. And, like, this is what happens. People ask, well, what's going on with Kadarius Toney? Well, when you miss on your players, then you're at the whims of who's left on rosters where you can get fringe guys. The Browns haven't had a returner. They can't even get guys to return kicks. Remember DPJ was returning kicks? He was a professional fair catcher. It was like, yeah, I'm going to just go back here and wave my arms.
Actually, the only highlight for the special teams yesterday, Jerome Ford did not have a nice kick return.
And they did nothing with it.
And
they did nothing with it. That's correct.
They got no points.
Yeah.
And then the thing about the kicker situation is
Yeah.
they compounded the situation by having a 4th-round pick in Cade York. So they wasted a 4th-round pick for Cade York. Then they found out he wasn't any good. They had to cut him. They would have got Hopkins. He played well for a year. They gave him an extension. Now they can't even cut him because of the cap penalties. And then they brought Cade York back. Like, it's I don't know what they've been doing. I don't know what they're doing in meetings. Like, I would love to just see what they're talking about, because this is baffling to me. Like, do they think this is okay, or is anybody upset about any of this in the bill? Is anybody mad? Like, because I was sitting there and it got so embarrassing. I turned my video game on during the game because
my son did the same thing.
I
was watching the game. I'm like, he saw when the kid fumbled. My son goes to turn on the Xbox, and I said, "Well, son, I have to work tomorrow. I got to watch the end of this game."
I grabbed the sticks. I'm like, man,
he said, "Dad, this is a joke. We're going to play some Xbox."
Man, come on, bro. This is not it. Like, I was like, man,
Yeah.
I'm good. I was like, McNuggets, send me. You always know when I done had enough. I always tell McNuggets, hey, man, send me that post-game link, dog. It'd be third quarter. He'd be like, gee, it doesn't mean you can fast forward the game. You still gonna have to wait for the 2-minute warning. But I just can't do it.
Someone sent me this poll real quick, and I want to pull it up here.
Yeah.
Dustin Hopkins, who was elite last year, 33 or 36. If you go to his numbers this year versus Cade York, who got the boot after his season. Steve, take this full. Look at the side-by-side comparison of Hopkins this season versus what the Browns got rid of in Cade, and rightfully so, got rid of in Cade York after that season.
Who, by the way, will be kicking for the Bengals tonight on Monday Night Football.
Hey.
A lower field goal percentage.
Yeah.
They both missed 2 extra points with significant less volume. I mean, this is regressed to worse than where they started with this whole experiment when you see us.
Dustin Hopkins, who's a veteran kicker, like he's in his 30s. Last year was the best year of his career.
Yep.
This year is the worst year of his career. He had been kind of mid for a kicker his whole career, and he went from mid to great to awful.
That's kickers.
That's why you don't pay kickers. That's why you don't draft kickers. That's why you don't pay kickers. With very rare exceptions.
You understand these contracts, and you talk to people in the building. What was the thought process behind signing this guy to this extension?
I have absolutely no idea.
No one else was going to sign this guy?
Nobody else is going to sign
him. They didn't have leverage on you.
No.
He's a kicker.
No. The only time I think you ever consider paying a kicker is if it's a guy who
Justin Tucker.
Even he's falling off the rails. The Steelers kicker right now.
Sure.
That guy, he's now the best. But unless you're consistently the best in the league, not 1 year being good, he had been mediocre his whole career. You don't pay a kicker off of 1 good year. That's nuts.
I mean, Tucker had like 8 years of being the best.
Right, at least.
The best ever.
The best ever.
Yeah.
Like, he's probably going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
Hey, Cade York's still winning. He's dating a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader. Did you see that?
I saw that, man.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Kicker. A crappy kicker.
Listen, if
Got
you're
a
an
Dallas
athlete,
Cowboys cheerleader.
I've said it once, I've said it a million times. When I was doing the Batavia games, those guys were A-ball players, okay? There's 100 guys that played for Batavia the 3 years I was there. 6 made it to the majors. 4 had real careers in the majors.
Yeah.
Or 7 made it, but 3 barely. One guy had 1 at-bat in the majors, but good for him. He's now the first base coach for the Yankees. Good dude, Travis Chapman. But anyway, the other 93 guys never got out of the minors, and most of them never got out of A-ball, and with rare exceptions, they all had hot girlfriends.
Major League tail.
That's it. That's it. What, you think they got those girls for their personality? Give me a break. Let's stick with special teams for a minute. We'll get to the offensive-defensive thing here. Yeah, Dustin Hopkins, you're right, would 100% be cut if he had not signed the extension. I mean, I guess at this point, they probably can get out of the money for the 3rd year in 2026. So at this point,
I got the cap numbers real quick if
go
you
ahead.
want them. So for 2025 next season, he has a guaranteed salary of $2.8 million. It's 2.9 against the cap, but if they cut him, it's a $5.67 million dead cap.
Which they
hit.
can't cut him.
Whatever. What's another $5 million compared to
You know what I would try to
$170
do at least? I know this is crazy, but I'd put him on IR for the rest of the season, pick up somebody to kick the rest of the year, and hope he gets over the yips and can be good next year, and then you move on from him after that. But Kadarius Toney's got to be the hell out of here.
Just when y'all was sitting there talking, I came to my conclusion in my heart of hearts. I was just listening to y'all, and I was like, I have no faith that they're getting any draft picks right. None.
This upcoming
This
draft?
one, none.
Okay, so
I was just sitting there thinking,
It's
I'm
hard
like,
to have faith.
I'm like, okay, well, they just gave this kicker. They missed on that one. Okay, well, they did get Kadarius Toney and threw him back there, and he's taking L's. All right, well, they did put Jared Wills on IR, and I thought he was a top 10 pick. Man, I have no faith in none of these picks.
I mean, Kadarius Toney was a flyer. Clear. It's not working.
I'm not going to. Yeah.
Dustin Hopkins, what'd they give up for him? A 5th or something like that? 7th?
Yeah.
All right, you got a good year out of him. Now you compound it by
but
giving
they
him a
haven't. He
contract.
hasn't drafted particularly well.
No,
they haven't had first-round picks.
No, but you can't lump Kadarius
No,
Toney
I agree.
and
I wouldn't
Hopkins
put
in with
those-
Wills. Wills is a miss. That's a miss.
A bad miss.
Yeah.
Well, I think what I'm lumping in is like I'm lumping in all like the David Bells of the world, where they're like, oh, we really wanted David Bell, and I'm lumping in all these people, and I'm like, all right, where are the real playmakers? Like, where Dustin, when you watch these guys, do you look and say, wow, that guy? I watch games every week, and there's 2 or 3 guys other teams have. Like, man, that guy's. Even Jalen Warren.
I was going to say Pittsburgh has 4 of those guys.
I said Warren is moving out here. He's moving at a different speed than what we got. And
Warren kills the Browns.
And we have
Who's the other receiver who had a star balling?
Scotty Miller.
18? Who's number 18?
The white guy?
Mike Williams.
Yeah,
the old
he
Chargers
starts.
Yeah, but I mean, come on. He's not really a playmaker at this point in his career.
I'm just
all we
saying
saying
they
is
got guys that look like playmakers.
They got guys.
Warren does look like a
If their
playmaker.
no-name gangsters look like playmakers against us,
Yeah.
do you know how bad that is?
I don't think the Steelers are a good example. I don't think they have a lot of playmakers, which is why it's more even amazing a job that Tomlin does.
They beat us handedly.
With no wide receivers.
They didn't even have Pickens. Mike Williams made a couple plays. The Miller kid, Freiermuth.
did a couple
But they
touchdowns.
That was a great play by Miller, that catch on the sideline. I
Yes.
can't believe we got both
ridiculous.
feet in. That was incredible.
They got two running backs that are better than anything we got.
That's true.
Their corners are looking Porter Jr. Over the guys we got. Newsom.
The Steelers are a better run franchise. I mean, yeah.
But back to Mike's question.
Yeah.
Special teams is the correct answer.